Gavan, is there still a question then over whether there were any side deals done?
Well, the question arises simply because different people are saying different things. As you say, the government comfortable victors in that vote last night by 85 to 66. Of those 85, only 78 are actually members of the coalition parties. In fact, 77 when you include a couple of absentees for various reasons. There were 8 independent TDs, including 4 who were elected as part of the coalition, who sided with the government. So the question arises, why did they do so? And were they offered any specific offers for their constituency in exchange for their support last night? Now, the Taoiseach told us on Monday that the government wasn't going to be doing any side deals, that it did listen to causes raised by independents, but it wasn't going to make any side commitments to them in exchange for their votes. But yesterday we had the former Fianna Fáil TD, Mark McSharry, now sitting on the independent benches, saying he had been given some assurances about the future of cardiac services in his native Sligo. So the question was asked again today to the Taoiseach as to whether there had been any side deals done in exchange for voting approval last night.
Most of the deputies I spoke to were of a view from a broader policy perspective that there's no need for a general election right now. It's 2 years into the government. It makes sense that we have a budget, and it makes sense that we have a cost of living package at the end of September. So the deputies that I spoke to who supported the government, that was the overriding consideration.
The timing is quite funny. I suppose those kind of services are important, but obviously the government shouldn't be engaging in side deals. If they feel confident in their policies, then they should be going in front of the Dáil. And if they're confident in what they've done on housing, on health, and indeed on the cost of living crisis, then you would think that they would be able to, like they claimed they did yesterday, stand up in full confidence in front of the Dáil and win on that basis alone.
Now, it may not be a cut and dried or black and white thing as to whether people were actually offered new policy concessions in exchange for their votes, or whether the government simply told them what they were already going to do anyway. Nonetheless, the government's still now comfortable in office today after that pretty much a landslide win almost last night, you could say, by 85 votes to 66. It is worth bearing in mind, however, that of those 8 independents who voted in favour of the government, as the Taoiseach hinted, many of them supported the government specifically because they want to make sure that there is a budget at the end of September. And if the budget doesn't necessarily go the way that they would like, then they can't be assured of their voting when the time comes then either. So although the government does have a good majority for the time being, the budget will still nonetheless be a significant test of the arithmetic in the chamber.